Welcome to another episode of Roll Up and Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now look. So for this one, this gonna be about the story of Rose, the flower that came through the concrete. You know what I'm saying? Now, before I get into it, y'all know I'm outside. It's bright and early. Y'all know I'm on some old man shit, sitting on the porch, kicking it, watching the cars go by, enjoying nature type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it might be a little loud. You might see a little smoke coming out my mouth. Uh, it's like 45 degrees out here and it's raining. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. So let's get into the situation. Right. Rose. Let me start it from the top so it all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So let's jump in that time capsule. Let's go back to 2020, right? The year I told y'all I was acting the damn fool, going crazy, right? Well, this is one of them days I was outdoor dashing. I already remember when I told y'all the story before about I was outdoor dashing and got some ads. You know what I'm saying? This happened like a month after that situation, right? So I'm outdoor dashing, right? I get to the house. On the description, it say leave at the door. So when I walk up to the house, the door was open. And there was a lady standing there at the door waiting on me to hand her the water. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes they say leave it at the door, and sometimes they be at the door waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes they say hand it to me, and when you get there, they'll tell you leave it at the door. You know what I'm saying? So it happened on both sides type shit. So this was one of them times when the customer was at the door waiting on me to show up. Well, when I get there, right, I'm walking up to the door, she just like in a daze. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to hand her the order and shit. She just standing there like just in shock, like just looking at me like I was a damn ghost or something. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm like, trying to snap her out of it, like, hey, wake up, She finally snapped out of, a couple of seconds. This wasn't like no long ass time or nothing. Just a couple seconds. She snapped out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what you was in the Twilight Zone or something? You know what I'm saying? So making little jokes, laughing and shit. She cheesing hard as hell, laughing. Twirling her hair. Doing all the things girls show you that they interested. So we go back and forth for a minute. We swap numbers. All right, cool. I hop in the car. I pull up. This was when I was in that Mustang, the white one, the hard top, right? The hard top 5.0 Mustang, right? So I'm just cruising around and shit. This is a couple hours later after I had got her number, right? So she get to text me, she like, what you doing with the whoop? I'm like, shit, I'm cruising around the city right now. She like, I like to ride with you, you know. I'm like, when? She like, whenever you get a chance. Now look, Rose was my type for sure. She was about 5'5", maybe 150 pounds, light skin, pretty in the face, nice little body, all that. Rose was hit, you know what I'm saying? But she had attachments. You know what I'm saying? What you mean by that, Mr. Roll Up? She had 5 kids, 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? So I always knew, like, of course it wouldn't never be nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? Even though I do like her and she my type, and she's showing signs that she dig me, blah 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 blah. But I always knew that I wasn't gonna do nothing serious with this girl. Like, hell no, you got 5 kids, ain't shit up. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she hit me up a couple hours later. You know, I pull up on her, right? She get in the car, she talking about the Mustang. She like, oh my God, this is one of my favorite cars, blah, blah, blah. You know, all of that shit. We kicking it, make conversation. Long story on all that. She gave me head in the ride type shit. You know what I'm saying? She like, I want to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So she bent over in the passenger seat, came around there, smacked her, dropped her back off. You know? I'm thinking that this is gonna be a one-time thing, right? Man, listen, this shit ended up going on for how long was this? This shit went on for a few months. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we was doing daily. You know what I'm saying? Every day we was doing some shit, right? And what I mean when we was doing something daily, meaning we was cutting every day. You know what I'm saying? For some months. But anyway, this all me and her doing. We not going out on no dates. We not hanging out. We not doing shit. All we doing is fucking. That's all we doing. Drink, smoke, fuck. All we do is smoke and fuck. Just like that song Jeezy made. Swear to God, man. That's all we was doing. It was either I'd take her to the room or she'd come to my house. Nah, I started letting her come to my house maybe after 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, this broad ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm tired of paying for a room every damn day anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I started letting her come through. You know, always good vibes, never no problems, no nothing. Like I said, we never hung out, we never went nowhere, we never did nothing there, right? Also, let me throw this in there, right? When we met, I told her my name was Jay. Now, about 95% of women I meet, I tell them my name Jay. You know what I'm saying? My name V, for real, V, like a V, you know. But I always tell women my name Jay. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't stick around. So it's like, why even know my name if you're not gonna be around long? You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I always tell them my name Jay. You know, and we, fuck with each other and shit like that. Then it'll reveal itself one day my real name type shit. You know. So I told her my name was Jay, right? But she told me her name was Rose. When we first met, type shit. I just had to throw that in there. I go by Jay. You know what I'm saying? So now we cutting, we doing our thing. Like I said, she coming over my house. This is regular program, and she will always come over at night. So you already know what that is. Straight booty call. You know what I'm saying? Well, while we doing all that, cutting this shit, just a couple months later, I guess she started to get in her feelings now, like she fucked with me type shit. Mind you, we never went out, we never did anything. All we doing is drink, smoke, fuck. That's it. But I guess she started, feeling herself and feeling me type shit. So she called me one day. She like, I got a check that's about to come through the mail. And it's for like $10,000. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. She like, yeah, but I want to give you about $4,000. I'm like, what? She like, yeah, I know you be going to the casino, gambling, getting your flip on. She like, I want to see you win, type shit. She like, of course, cut me in on it, but she like, I just want to see you win, type shit. So she like, yeah, I'm gonna give you $4,000. I thought she was just talking, like, you know what I'm saying? You just talking because you don't know me. You don't even know my name for real. You don't even know my real name, and all we doing is just fucking. Now you sitting up here talking about you want to give me $4,000. know what I'm saying? Like, your ass lying type shit. Well, this might have been about 2 weeks later. Mind you, we still cutting and all of this shit, but she telling me about this money. And she talking about when he come in, she gonna give me a cut. You know, she want me to go ahead and do my thing. I'm sidestepping it the whole time. So I'm thinking she just talking, you know, just the sex good. She just wanna just talk. That's what I'm thinking, you know. Nah, about 2 weeks later, that check came in the mail. You know what I'm saying? She called me. She like, yeah, I got the check. Woo, woo. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? She like, yeah, I'm about to go cash it. So it was like an unemployment check. You know what I'm saying? Back at that time, you know, unemployment, PPP, you know, all that government assistance shit was flying around everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So they cut her a check, about 10 bands, no lie. You know what I'm saying? So she like, I'm on my way to come get you. And we about to go cash the check. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. You know, so I'm already dressed. I'm sitting there off the roll up. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? She pulled up. I'm like, damn, this shit real. You know what I'm saying? So I go out to the car. I get in the car with her. She like rumbling through some envelopes she got. Pulled out one, boom, from the IRS. She opened that motherfucker up. She showed me the check. You know what I'm saying? The check was like damn near $10,000. It was like 9,800 or some shit like that. I'm like, damn, she ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? So we went up to this check cashing place that she fuck with on the east side of Detroit. Little ghetto ass spot. I'm like, man, hell no, I ain't shit up. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking this some bullshit, you know. Nah, it was legit. You know what I'm saying? So we go up in there. I went in there with her, you know, to make sure she wasn't on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So when I go in there with her, you know, she go through the process and everything, you know. And you know, the check cleared and they went ahead and cashed her out. So right when they started counting up the money, I walked out that bitch. You know what I'm saying? That was all I needed to see. That this was all real and legit because I thought she was trying to play mind games with me. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. I thought she was trying to play with me. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen them counting up the money, I like, oh yeah, this my cue. Bounce. I leave out of there. I go jump in the car, right? I'm in the car. I'm sitting there, I'm chilling. She come walk out, she get in the car, she pull out the envelope, all honeys, all blues. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that's some nice shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't get none of them checks during that pandemic. I ain't get none of that shit, you know. So me seeing other people get this check, it was just crazy. Like, damn, everybody getting this money. Like, that's some crazy shit. But it ended up, you know, coming to me anyway. And this where it came to me at, right? So she reached in the envelope, she grabbed all the money, she cut me $4,000. No lie. You know what I'm saying? You know what $4,000 is in $100 bills? That's 40 $100 bills. You know what I'm saying? Straight $100 bill, 40 of them. Here you go. Now I'm up 4X out of nowhere from a girl that I was just fucking on some DoorDash shit. You know what I'm saying? So I get this money. She like, yeah, I'm about to take you downtown because we was kind of close to downtown. You know what I'm saying? The east side is right next to downtown type shit. You know what I'm saying? So she like, I'm gonna just go ahead and take you downtown so you can go to the casino, do your thing. Woo woo. She like, I'm gonna just drop you off. You know, she like, just call me when you done. Big dream come true. You know what I'm saying? What kind of shit is that? So all right, We go downtown. We get there. She drop me off. Greektown Casino. You know what I'm saying? It's my spot. You know, I go up in there. Boom. Hit their ass for 2 racks. So I walked in with 3,000, walked out with 5,000. I made that shit within an hour. No lie. I made that shit quick because I was making big bets. You know what I'm saying? The bigger the bets you make, the more money you get in return. You know what I'm saying? You don't get back what you invest. So you would get back triple of what you invest. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with the casino. So she knew that I'd be on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she gave me that money type shit. My bad. I said I came in with three. I came in with four and left out with six because I made two bands. You know what I'm saying? She pulled up, come get me. You know what I'm saying? I hopped in the whip. I pulled out all the cash, showed it to her. Boom. Now it went from 40 $100 bills to 60 $100 bills. Six bands. You know what I'm saying? She like, damn, you doing good. She like, that's crazy. Just like that quick. I'm like, I told you, it happened like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to hand her back her phone that she gave me. You know what I'm saying? I got two to play with now. You know, she like, nah, just keep that. You know, just in case something go wrong, they could bag. I'm like, oh, that's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? We smoked, pulled off, had a good day. You know what I'm saying? Next day, I go down there again. That whole six, right? I lost that shit. The very next day, lost that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just made two bands yesterday, and then I turned around, came back, got hit for that two bands and the four that I came with. Got scraped. You know what I'm saying? So I called her. I told her. You know what I'm saying? She was mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? On the real, like she, kept it calm and collected, like it was cool, but she like, yeah, I was planning on doing this and that with it, blah blah blah, all of this shit. I'm like, what happened with the rest of your money? You know what I'm saying? She like, I got 5 kids. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So she spent her half in one day. You know what I'm saying? And I lost mine in one day. So we both was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So after that, she started fading away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like she went from coming over every day to come over like twice a week, and then like after a month, she just stopped coming by. Stopped coming by. Went from stop calling, stop texting. That went to not hearing nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Like she just disappeared on me. You know, so she was real like hurt behind that situation. You know, so she disappeared on me. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I don't got nothing to do with that. That's your business. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, me and her, we was just cutting. That's all we was doing. You know what I'm saying? So for you to do what you did, you can't be mad at the outcome. You know what I'm saying? But she real like was. So we stopped talking. You know what I'm saying? Now, just a year later, I'm in the wide body now. You know what I'm saying? Wide body scared pay charge. You feel me? It's 2021. I'm in the 2020 wide body. You feel me? I pull up to the barber shop. You know what I'm saying? Get a line up. Yeah, I know I need a line up now. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I went up there to get a line up, right? Um, while I'm getting lined up, I'm kicking with my barber and shit. Now, guys in the barber shop, how we do, we are, politic, on some manly shit. We talk about what we talk about. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, with that being said, while I'm in the barber shop, the girl Rose, she walked up in there. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere. I didn't see her because I was turned around. You know what I'm saying? But she seen me. So basically, what she said was she was walking past and she seen me in the chair. So she came in there, right? She came in there. She walked up on me, tapped me on the shoulder. I looked over. I'm like, "What up, though?" You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I ain't seen her in like a year. You know, she like, "Yeah, Jay, where my money at?" Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking like, "Huh?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Man, what the fuck you talking about?" She like, "Nigga, you know my money, nigga, where my money at?" Woo woo. I'm like, "Look, man." I'm like, "Get away from me before something happened to you." You know what I'm saying? I hit her with that look. Like, I ain't playing with you. You know. She like, "I want my money." Woo woo woo. I'm like, "Look, you better go ahead on about your business." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who you is or what you on. She like, "Jay, you know who I am." By the time she said Jay again, everybody was like, "Ah, nah, this bitch don't know him," because everybody know that's not my name. You know what I'm saying? She like, "Yeah, you James, you owe me money." Woo, woo. So the more and more she got talking, the more everybody started toning her out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this bro don't even know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I told her, I'm like, "Look, man, I'm like, go on, head on, stop playing with me." You know what I'm saying? She pulled out her phone, started recording, talking about, "Yeah, this what she gonna use in court. She got my face and all of this shit. My name James Avery and blah blah blah." We all in that bitch laughing. You know what I'm saying? That shit hurt her feelings that we was laughing. So she just left. She went from, trying to embarrass me to basically embarrass herself and left, right? As soon as she did that, it was one guy in the barber shop with us. And he didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? So he was looking puzzled, like why everybody laughing and shit. So I went in my pocket. I gave him my ID. He looked at, he seen my name, and he seen my name is not what that girl was calling me. And he caught on to why everybody was laughing and talking shit because she calling me by a whole nother name. You know what I'm saying? So, all in all, she became the joke. She hold herself. You don't come in the barbershop trying to expose no man. You gonna get exposed. That's our man cave. That's our domain. That's our shit. You know what I'm saying? You as a woman can never come in there and expose a man in a barbershop. That's the worst thing you could do. Now at Walmart, Taco Bell, Burger King, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, yeah. You can get down on a man. But in a barbershop, never. You know what I'm saying? So hold herself, right? Never heard nothing else from her. You know what I'm saying? And that was the last of it. Never seen her again, never heard nothing from her. And that was 2021. So she got embarrassed and went on about her business as she should, you know. And this is probably why she got 5 kids now, you know, playing them games, trying to reel a man in and shit. You know what I'm saying? Have his baby, all type of shit. But real life, a snake in life, for real. You know what I'm saying? First of all, how you gonna come at me about this money you gave me? I didn't ask for it. I ain't never stuck my hand in her pocket, nothing. Never. I was straight. You know what I'm saying? She the one that came at me with the play. She like, I want to invest in you. You know what I'm saying? If you coming like that, then how you gonna come at me in the barbershop talking about I owe you money? I don't owe you nothing. If you gave it to me, I didn't ask you for it. You know what I'm saying? Take the time you on. So it went from me and her having a good like friendship, even though we just fucking and shit. But of course, we still was kicking it, and we was cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like we shared a lot of similarities. You know what I'm saying? Like we was real life cool as hell, and she was my type. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool to be around. You know what I'm saying? But it was a deeper underbelly, to this whole situation, which is her trying to hold that over my head. You know what I'm saying? That she did something for me. But all in all, she did it on her terms. So you ain't making me look bad. I didn't ask you for that. That's what you was on. You know what I'm saying? So you hold yourself type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was a story on Rose, you know. She gave me some money that she wanted to give me herself that I didn't ask for. I lost it. You know what I'm saying? I lost it and she got depressed about it. You know what I'm saying? And she showed her true colors. So what's the lesson behind all this, Mr. Roller? Somebody you don't, just say you don't. Matter of fact, this goes to anybody. Somebody offering you some money, don't take it. Because if they offering it, please believe it's coming with something. No matter how close they is to anything, you know, times is hard. Ain't nobody just out here lending out money, especially asking you if you want some money. So lesson is don't take it, even though you really need it, because it's an attachment behind it. You know what I'm saying? And it might turn out to be something that you don't ever want to deal with. So say yourself. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your brush rolled and drink for it.